there's a first for everything, and I think this is a very dynamic move which I'm making. It's the first time we're actually bringing the J3s and the athletes together on a close apart. I would see myself as a voice for the athletes in terms of making the administration known the direct concerns of the athletes. What needs to be done for the athletes themselves to be supported and so forth. In the past, we have seen where the athletes and the administration could not get along because there was no one in between to actually give information of what exactly is going on with the athletes and so forth.
The current second vice president raised a point on television the other night that if you are on a tour representing Jamaica and say you miss a training camp and things like that, he questions how will the management team deals with it, the fact that you will possibly be the third vice president.
Well, I think I've shown over the years that when it comes on to things like that, say for example at training camp, I'm a very respectful athlete. I've always communicated with the J3 regardless of what other people may do. I have steadfast in being a respectable person. So for me, if I am elected, being away, there will be my initiative would be the Athletes Welfare Committee. There will be a committee set up that's developed where if I am not immediately available, for example, duties for the J3, then the committee will be there.
And of course, according to the current president manifesto going forward, each vice president will actually have a task. I assume that person will chair a committee. Any ideas to which committee you will chair?
I think that's the welfare committee for the athletes because that's where I would come involved, directly helping the athletes or current athletes in developing programs such as the pension plan, the medical plan, and so forth.
And will you be the person who possibly select members of the committee?
I will have a say in that, but I think it will be ultimately decided by the committee. But I will have an input into all of that. I think what Dr. Blake have done is something in the sense of he's been doing. He's a quiet but dynamic person. Changes have to be made, and that's what we have seen with his administration. It's not a slate of people from the past who are still continuing. It's about new people and changes.
And as you mentioned, you might have a say. Will you recommend any current athletes to be a part?
Of course. If I see that we're an athlete who will be beneficial in making an impact in developing certain programs, of course, I am not going to just look for someone like I don't know anyone any favors person. So I am all for the development of beneficial programs, and I will try and get the best people to do a particular job.
If Grace Jackson or Lincoln Heatman were to be selected president and Michael Frater as third vice president, would you be willing to work with any one of the presidents?
Of course. I mean, my bottom line is the administration going forward. As we all know, it's on a slate, and you can actually choose the person best for each position. So if Mr. Heatman or Grace Jackson are selected, well, I'm willing to work with anyone as long as it's beneficial for the athletes.
What would be your message now to the delegates out there?
Go out there and vote. Listen to what each candidate has to offer, listen to what each team has to offer, and make an informed decision as to how you want your future in track and field.